Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh again. I appreciate very much your attendance. This is Sohbat, selective discourses, selective subjects discussed in Islamic legal system, Islamic law. And we are in the series of Sunnah. So I would like to continue, try to wrap up today's Sunnah part, then next perhaps sessions go to Bid'ah, which is related with Sunnah. What is Bid'ah, what is not Bid'ah, and so continue on doing like that. I appreciate once more you are attending these sohbats. It's refreshing for me. Now I would like to make some remarks related with certain hadith, certain understanding of Sunnah. I think we touched ayahs, verses, and then I will go perhaps to what is the literal meaning of the word Sunnah. Try to wrap up the subject. Okay, so first thing I would like to touch today is expression Salaf Salih. Salaf Salih. Salaf. You will hear this word a lot, or you are hearing. If you are a little bit more terminologically involved, Salaf Salih. Salaf means people who preceded us. Salaf. Salaf means the ones before. Opposite of Salaf is Khalaf, like Khalifa, the ones who follow after. So Salaf is Salaf. You know there is a movement of Salafis. I mean, the people are saying like that. What it is, like we follow Prophet Muhammad and his followers, early Islam, pure Islam, real Islam. This is what they are thinking, they are saying. Salafs don't accept other Khalafs that much. So this is literal meaning. It is not my view that Salafism is a mazhab. No mazhab in literary. Salafism is concept, but nowadays, here and there in Egypt and in North Africa somewhere, people are using as a like mazhab, school of thought and like that. If you ask me, there is Wahhabism, in general term, stretched under the name of Salaf. Wahhabism, political Wahhabism, religious Wahhabism, not necessarily Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, who lived over 150 years ago in Saudi Arabia, in pristine and in very pure or desert life and Islam. Not that one. I mean, today's Wahhabism is different. Why is it different? Because state, policy in Saudi Arabia, and I mean, that time Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab did not have any car, any luxury, any plane. Did not have home in California. Never he will condone anything like that, except like that. But today, I mean, don't let me speak. Different, okay, different. I mean, so word is the same, but content is not the same. So, touching this, I touched. This is my view. There is no Salafism as a mazhab, like Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, something like that. What is that? A modern type of Wahhabism stretched under these terminologies. Now, this Salaf, Salih means وَعِبَادِهِ الصَّالِحِينَ in Quran, like pious people. So, you will hear this word, we follow Salaf Salih. There is a hadith. خَيْرُ الْقُرُونِ, this is famous hadith. خَيْرُ الْقُرُونِ, best of the generations, Qarni is my generation, Prophet said. ثم خير القرون قرني. I'm not, I don't want too much bother you, like a hadith. Best generation is my generation, Prophet said. Then the following, then the following, then the following. What is left to us, I don't know. Okay. So, based on this concept, and there are other things as well, Sahabas being, so Ashab, Salaf, falls Salaf category, Salaf Salih. So this term you will hear Salaf Salih. We are following Salaf Salih. What they mean, like Prophet Muhammad, like his Khulafa, Caliphs, and then Tabi'in, Atba' Tabi'in. Sahaba, after Sahaba, second generation, and third generation, three. We follow them. They say, Salaf Salih, they mean like that. People, when they use. But they say Salih, good ones. We don't follow bad ones. This is what they mean. So Salaf Salih covers Sunnah. Also, Sunnah, the practice of Prophet Muhammad, because we too follow the Prophet, we too, others also. But this, in terminology, they kind of, this is a term, Wahhabi scholars, Salafi peoples, now they use a lot. A lot. This is a general, Imam Azam, is died 150. Shafi, born same time, 204, died. So Shafi, they don't include Imam Abu Hanifa in that. No. This is too much. So exclude. Believe me, if you read the literature professionally, very rarely a Saudi, a Salafi, a Wahhabi scholar will refer to Abu Hanifa. Why? Because, Hanafism is not included in that. In modern today's, when they say Salaf Salih, Hanafism is not included in that. So if you are Hanafi, kind of you are out. Politically they don't tell you you are dead, you are not Muslim, but this is a problem. I'm telling you. But understanding is like Hanafis, Ahlul Ra'i. Hanafis called Ahlul Ra'i by some people. Ahl al-Ra'i. Ra'i. Ahl al-Ra'i. Ra'i. People of opinion. So they think Hanafis are twisting. They are putting religion into religion, their opinion. Hanafis. So no good. Salaf Salih, No, not your opinion. You follow as is or something like that. I mean, this is what they are understanding. I am. The beauty of Salaf Salih, they have good part. Wahhabis, scholars, Saudis, good part. They stick to text, to Hadith, because they are Arabs and they memorize and they mention and Hadith. That is good part. Why? Because Hadith, Sunnah, the words of the Prophet must be kept. When it comes to Quran, non-Arabs care more on Quran. 80% of non-Arabs are Muslims. 80% of Muslims are non-Arabs. They memorize Quran more than Saudis, than Arabs. Yes. I mean, IQA or Hifz program, not many Arabs children. No, they have no interest in that. They memorize. When it comes to keeping Quran as intact, non-Arabs have more interest. But Hadith, like books and books, non-Arabs, I mean, even scholars, they don't memorize. We don't memorize Hadith. It is not our culture. It's difficult. But Wahhabi scholars, because they Salaf Salih, I mean, they ignore kind of other mazhabs, let us follow Hadith, so they are keepers of Hadith. To me. Good. Preserver of Hadith. Of course, Hadith must be preserved. I mean, it is in the books, but must be alive. I mean, read and quote and like that. A Saudi scholar, a Wahhabi scholar, a Salafee scholar, if I don't like that expression, because there is no Salafism as a mazhab. Concept. So, they quote Hadith, Sunnah. When it comes to fiqh, other things, ignore. This is too much, other things, something like that. So, Salaf Salih, best generation is my generation, then the follower. First 3 generations, Sahaba, Tabi'in, Atba' Tabi'in, Arabic words are very important. So, in Sunnah, this is, I wanted to share with you when it comes to Sunnah Hadith. Now, I would like to also to dwell on the meaning, the word of Sunnah. Okay. You know, Sunnah. Sin, nun, Arabic. Ma'dada, farara, 3 letters. Sunnah means to sharpen. Knife. Sharpen. One meaning. Razor. Sharpen. Sunnah. Another meaning is related with sin. Teeth. Sin. Interesting. And Sunnah. This is Sunnah. This is sin, because it is shadda, two of them, sin. Okay. Sana, year. It is related with teeth. I mean, people who are specialized, they look at the animals they know this much. These teeth, this much age. They know. So it is like teeth, like asnan, tooth, as-sinna bis-sinni, was-sinna bis-sinni in Quran, tooth to tooth, like retaliation, qisas. So now, but we are here, sanna, to sharpen, main one. It has another meaning. This is related with us, okay? My subject. What is that? Say sanna. Sanna qanunan. Qanun law, qanun, qanunan. Qanunan, let me write. Sanna did sunnah qanunan law. What that means? Established rule, established law. So our sunnah I am talking about here, sunnah, sunnah is establishing rule. But you know, it is in Arabic, also it is rule itself. I mean, Arabic words could be noun, but at the same time verb, change to verb, okay? So verbal to establish, but noun is law itself. So this is what we are talking about. Sunnah of Prophet, sunnah, the rules, regulations established by the Prophet. This is what we are talking about, okay? Here I made a few copies from dictionaries. Sunnah, to sharpen, to enact a law, to cast a law, a custom, sharpen, establishment, asnan, sin, sunan, plural, customary, practice, norm, traditional usage. Sunnah, because it is like established law, traditional uses. So when we say establishing sunnah, what law, rule, what do we mean? Culture, custom, established before coming down from the time of Prophet Muhammad. Or this is what is meant here. So, sanawat, sinin, misanna, okay. Just to share with you from Al-Faraid al-Durriya, which is very strong, nice dictionary in Arabic. Also sanna, interesting, to clean or to pick teeth, pull out the teeth, to spear something, to bite something, to seize with teeth something, to pour water. How many meanings? Sanna sunnatan, to make rule. Sanna, to whet, to sharpen. To whet, W-H-E-T. First time I am reading. Sanna qanunan, establish the rule. Qanun. So this is the general meaning of the. I have from Al-Munjid here quite details. Sanna qanunan, wada'ahu qanunan, sanna al-musharri'u qanunan, legislator established law, sanna, sunnah. So that is related with Al-Munjid. Al-Munjid is famous literature, famous word, famous book. Then this is Earlier I brought to you, showed you Encyclopedia of Islam, Sunnah. A copy. How many pages? 2 columns. I personally appreciate this book very much. It is Orientalist, but if you are a scholar, you will find perhaps 50 references, books. If you are a scholar, you go to library, find each book, go into detail on the same subject. You don't need to agree in everything. References. When you say something, you say in this book, which book? You show the book, you say the book. How big thing is that? Can you show everything you know? You cannot. Can you religiously show for which book what you are doing? Perhaps you are, some of us, 50 years Muslim, 40 years praying, 30 years doing. Show me when you raise your hand it is like that. Which book? Can you show? No, excuse me. Difficult. Not easy. This is what I am saying. But somebody writes something, days and nights and references, but he is not Muslim, Orientalist, something in the middle, you may not agree. That's, to me, I benefit from that. I appreciate, because that type of book not existing in Muslim world. Nobody wrote any book like that. Or wrote something very sketchy or something. Not professional, not well read. So, Sunnah. Here, Sunnah and Sunnah, different. An ancient Arabian concept. Look what the person is saying. That was to play, let me sit. Give a little bit more time. Okay. Sunnah. I'm reading introductory part. Sunnah. An ancient Arabian concept that was to play an increasingly important role during the formative centuries of Islam. Like before Arabs also, they had some tradition, culture, customs. It is included in Sunnah. Look what the guy is saying. You prove that Sunnah began to be used after the Prophet only. Whatever culture is there before Islam is not included. You prove. Otherwise, find the words, poems in that time, they used different before Islam, not like Sunnah. That's what the guy is saying. Okay. Acquiring a range of interrelated nuances. They speak this way. It's not my word. Eventually, sometime after the preaching of Islam had begun, the term Sunnah came to stand for the generally approved standard or practice introduced by the Prophet as well as the pious Muslims, Salaf Salih, pious. Yes. Pious Muslims of olden days, and at the instigation of the Shafi'i, now Muhammad Shafi'i, the Sunnah of the Prophet was awarded to the position of the second root, Asl, of Islamic law, Sharia, after Quran. What the book is saying. Sunnah word is used as legal source after Quran, first time by Shafi'i. Shafi'i is born 150 after the Hijrah. I'm sharing with you. I'm sharing this is the person. Who is this person? Where is the signature? Brown. D.W. No. Yeah. D.W. Brown, is it there? But some in the middle, somebody, G.H.A. John Ball, an Orientalist. This part, he wrote this part. But there was some edition, D.W. Brown edit. Somebody else wrote before, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, somebody else added. Their signature is here. So, now, it is the classical Islam. It goes into details, Jahiliyyah time, here, what happened, any good precedent set by the people of the past, including the prophets, is Sunnah. Like culture, like practice, like tradition, like custom, whatever you call, is Sunnah. This is claiming Sunnah, the word Sunnah, before Islam, there was some practices, is also Sunnah. This is what it says. You don't agree? I agree a bit. I don't agree a bit. But I cannot go read all his books, what he said, and go to poems and what they wrote before, said before, and find the Sunnah word, what that meant. How can you do that? How difficult it is. Scholarship is difficult, sir. You can walk in the streets as a lion, because there is no bigger lion in that area. All foxes, all wolves, they will run away from you, so no problem. But are you a real lion or not? You are not. How to a scholar, alim, will say one sentence, show the book. Will say one sentence, show the book. So we'll say something, literary scholarship. Scholarly scholarship. Understanding scholarship. Knowing scholarship. First Muslim scholars, they knew Hebrew, they knew Greek. Greek scholars, pastors, rabbis did not know. They told them, come here. You know, this is your book? Yeah. Do you understand? No. Sit down, I will teach you. Andalus, Western civilization, owes everything to those scholars. Those scholars. Serious, power, knowledgeable, gentle, communicable, not jumping up and down and things like that. Those scholars. I mean, I don't hold. It will take, 4 sessions, 5 sessions if I go one by one reading. I did not read even first paragraph to you, commenting. How can I, this small fonts, 2 columns, this encyclopedia, and in parentheses shows the source. Some French, some Arabic, some English, some German language, any language. Some Orientalists knew 15, 17 languages. Not a joke. They lived there. You know, Orientalists lived in Saudi Arabia. Desert. 10 years. How can I challenge them? I cannot challenge. I don't have one person in Turkey who lived 10 years among the Saudi Bedouins to know Arabic better. I don't know one person in whole Turkey. I know some of the people who studied there, came back and studied there at that time. Who? Well, because they had opportunity, they had money. Some of them were like a spy or something like that. Government supported them. I mean, big government money and scholarship and like that. Lawrence of Arabia learned Arabic. That is why he is Lawrence of Arabia. Arabic. He spoke Arabic. Told Arabic. So, too many things. A little taste, a little thing to share with you. There is another word. Let me, not to take too much time, I mean, sometimes I need to wrap up. Go detail too much. Hadith. Hadith. Words. Hadith. First, hadasa. Ha, dal, sa. H, ha. This is ha. Ha. D, this is tha, this is tha. Hadasa, happened, occurred. An incident, hadasa. Hadisa, an event which took place. This is the literal meaning. Literal meaning. Haddasa, said something. But hadith, fa'il, Arabic fa'il, hadith is word expressed. I have dictionary here, hadasa, hudusan, hasala, waqa'a, Arabic, from Al-Munjid. Yes, hadasa, hudusan, hadasatan. حدث عامل غير متوقع. Something happened unexpected. I mean, حدث, verb in sentence, usage in sentence. طرأ, newly happened, was not there, happened. يعني حدث. حادث, same thing. حداثة, like أول العمر, like teenager, beginning of life, like that. So, its roots, it goes, too much detail, how verb is used from Arabic into Arabic. This is Catholics. Catholics, I showed you here, Catholics. I am using more than 50 years a dictionary. There is no better dictionary from Arabic to Arabic in modern century. Written by Catholic pastors, Lebanon. Muslims did not write so far. There are some Muslims here and there, very like university level book. This one, I mean, Muslims have like elementary school level books, dictionary, or middle school level. Yani, if you compare high tech, high math, and middle school math. I mean, that type of books we have. istahdatha, hadith, and the things. I mean, you just go into detail. So, hadith is word, also, word. In this case, hadith is the word of the Prophet and whatever he did and narrated to us. Okay? This is a short way of explaining hadith. Now, before I conclude today, I would like to classification of Sunnah or Hadith. Categories: تصنيف الحديث الأحاديث plural. تصنيف, classification. I don't want if you like you can write. I don't want to go into really too much. I am in the middle to be a little more scholarly, a little bit common way or something like that in the middle. So, tasnif. Now, Sunnah, practice of Prophet Muhammad, life of Prophet Muhammad, words of Prophet Muhammad covered, okay, generally. This is what we are saying to you. I am saying to you. Now, sometimes the Prophet said a word, not Quran, outside of Quran, that is word. So, classification of hadith is, first one is qawli. Qawli. Qawl. Awala said. Qala. Qawli belongs. Qawli, Arabic, belongs to. Istanbul, Qawli. Qawli. So, if Prophet kun aliman aw muta'alliman, Al-Muslimu man salima al-Muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi. He said, okay, narrators, I heard the Prophet said, what he said is hadith. So, this is his sunnah too. Sunnah, I mean, today we are including in sunnah concept that one. I mean, his words is his practice. His word is culture. His word is to be followed. So word, what we are talking sunnah, category hadith, word, sentence, pronunciation, Arabic word. This is very important. Now, and second one, this is very traditional. فعلي فعل فعل عمل did. فعلي فعل, what he did. In this case, he did not say it. Somebody watched. So, he narrated. He put in the word. This is different. Word is somebody else's. His friends, neighbors. Word is not Prophet's word. Quite different. Okay? This is because this somebody else maybe is using his word. I saw the Prophet was doing. That is also sunnah he is doing, practice. But word is not the Prophet. The guy, somebody else. Somebody else could be, I mean, that could have been expressed in 10 different ways. He selected one way. When somebody is standing doing something, you put 10 people in boxes. Watch what this guy is doing. And one sentence describe each one of you in your box. Then collect what they will say this guy was doing. Do you think they will agree? Each sentence they will say the same thing? Look, Muslims must come to senses, excuse me. This is what it is. But we are not understanding this type of nuances. Many times, these people, when they saw the Prophet, they narrate, 2, 3 of them, one says different, one says different. It is in the books, too. Same thing, they saw, 2 different persons come, tell, and different version. Even when the Prophet said something, okay, somebody heard, but there were 10 people hearing. We have 3 persons narrating same thing. Even what the Prophet said apart, in bracket, one is saying different, the other one is saying a little different. One is saying, the Prophet said, they came. The other is saying, they came riding. That riding is not a joke. That means they had a camel, they had a horse. Rukub. So, I mean, what to do with this? What happened? First, what he said, tell me, sir. First, I need to know what he said, then interpretation. That is why we have school of thought, different understanding, different analysis. This is blessings of Allah, definitely, inshallah. But real truth, wait. I will know it at the day of judgment. Not here. Sorry. I will keep that in my mind, in my heart, separate. I will not doubt about Prophet. I will not doubt about these narratives and things like that. I will do my best, but I will not understand well. Will keep my understanding to be well satisfied to something that is hereafter. Yes. Somebody asks, why Muslims? Why Muslims? I say, you have these 2 problems, I have 100 problems. You just dreamed this problem yesterday, email, somebody sends football something, email. I tell him, I am keeping that type of hundreds of them nearly 50 years. I am professional, I read the books, 50 years unsold, I am keeping them reserved. Why don't you keep these reserved? You yourself. I mean, honest confession. You sold, somebody sold. This is my understanding. So, qawli, fi'li. Now, I need to finish. Third one is taqriri. Taqriri, accepting. Taqriri, approving. Taqriri. Somebody, this third category, somebody else did something, Prophet saw him, did not say nothing. If he says, it was qawli. If he does himself, it was to fi'li. But in his presence, somebody did something, the Prophet saw, others were watching, both Prophet and the person, what he was doing. He did not say nothing. He did not prevent. What is it? Approval. Because Prophet must interfere if there was some wrong. This is his mission. Since he did not interfere, did not correct, then that means this okay. So taqriri. But this taqriri put in word by others. So each one different. Prophet saw this person doing, he did not say nothing, because so that we may know. Taqriri, how can we know? Somebody is narrating to us, riwayat. Riwayatun. Somebody is doing riwayat. So somebody is telling us, Sahabi. Somebody is telling what the Prophet did. Other people are telling what the Prophet said. All ravi, riwaya, ravi, narrator, riwaya, revaya. There is all ravi. Our religion is based on riwaya. We owe everything to riwaya, even Quran to riwaya. Sami'ana, all even Quran. Because Prophet said, this is ayah, everybody memorized. Then others told us, this is Quran, memorize, I memorize, you memorize. Then his children, I memorize, you memorize. What is this? Narration, narrative riwayah. We owe our deen to riwayah. Growing, expanding. 10 person, 100, 2,000, 2,000 to 10,000, 100,000, 10 million. Growing. We cannot deny. What cannot we deny? What? Riwayah. We owe to riwayah. We owe to ravis, people doing riwayah. Deen means riwayah. Very big concept. Now, last, having said that, okay, This is general classification. Qawli, hadith. Hadith, sunnah, in word. Qawli, fi'li, taqriri. This is any book you read, this is. Now, but if you go into detail, a little bit more comment I am making for future generation, anybody who will watch in future, anybody who wants to go into detail, or ulama, scholars said something, will find out in future. I mean, raising questions, not solving, because you cannot solve everything, is good. Raising question is good. Raise questions, say it, I don't know, so somebody else will find, oh, there is a question, he doesn't know, let me go in. One after another, okay, one after another. Development, sciences, math, physics, chemistry, one added to another, one added to another. It's not one day thing, centuries. That's what I am saying. Now, my critical way of a little thinking, sharing with you is some what the Prophet said, mainly what he said, qawli. Sometimes the Prophet said, Musa alayhi salam was doing such thing. Quran even says Musa did some such thing, and I can quote anything, okay? Too many things. I can quote too many things. We don't have time. Is that binding? Is that narrative? He is telling us the story. He did not tell us at the bottom, at the end, you also do this. You also don't do this. He didn't say it. So what to do? He died. He's not around us. How can you interpret? Big challenge. Musa alayhi salam did something good in hadith, word. So Ravi said, the Prophet said, Musa did so and so, said so and so. But he didn't say, you also do, you also did. What to do? Is that a story? Is that in the past? Is that something for us, ilham? For us? Very big challenge, excuse me. Because the Prophet in other times said, sometimes he said, you do. i'malu. You do. Is this Musa said did? There is no do. And the other one, you do, is the same? What are you talking about? Are you going to put in same category? Legally binding wise. Or somebody, fairly, the Prophet used to cut this way, fingers, nails, this way. And then first this one, I don't know, you forgive me, in the books it is described. And first this one, then the other one, not like one, for example. But he didn't tell you, me, for example. I am giving example. If I am mistaken, I apologize, because this is detailed subjects. Now somebody is picking what the Prophet did. Let me do that way. But Prophet didn't say, you do. It is, are you doing as like he is binding, like others who are not doing sinner? You are rewarded? The Prophet had beard, this big. First, others had same time Before Islam, that beard. Everybody had it. Jews, Christians, not Muslims before, and the Prophet had. Because his beard was long. Do you have right to interfere my beard, which is short? There is a hadith. What he said in actual, okay? But I'm just giving an example. How difficult it is. Sir, the Prophet speaks on behalf of Allah, represents wahy. But this wahy must be clear, must be binding. If it is narrative, story, and it could be doing better, are you forcing me? Are you saying that what the Prophet didn't say, do, you are telling me, do? He didn't say, but you are telling me, do? How arrogant you are jumping ahead of Prophet Muhammad. Difficult. It is very interesting. So, what I am saying, if he had said something, do, clearly, don't do, we don't have too much argument. But if he didn't say, which is, I am assuming, thousands, perhaps 80%, 90% of it in that category, he didn't say, do, don't do. But his actions, his deeds falls in that category. Okay, more. How are you telling me this is do, this is don't? How bad it is. This is difficult. I am sharing with you difficulties. I have no solution. I am very happy following Prophet Muhammad, no doubt. But scholarship is scholarship. Fairness is fairness, okay? What I feel difficulty, I'm telling you, you solve the problem. Can you solve? Coming generation solve the problem. In the books, there may be answers, but these books, who will read those books? I did not read those books. I am not every day reading. This is, I cannot do that. I am not going to do that. So, even there is a do that may have two different meanings, three different meanings. He said do, then he did opposite somewhere. Others told us. So what are we going to do? He said in one, another place he did not observe himself. And he saw somebody doing different, what he said, then he did not interfere. So what are we going to do? Very scholarly, so this needs to be corroborated. Perhaps it is cancelled, it is modified. Perhaps this was special for that case, what he said, that was special for that person. Only for that person, not for common man. If that had been common man, he would have interfered to other ones. 23 years period, day and night, Prophet. How are you going to fix 20-year period, each sentence, yes and no? It has ups and downs and some specific, some generals. But he didn't say this is general, he didn't say this is special. But he passed away, what to do? Difficult. Almost impossible. I am satisfied, I follow the Prophet, alhamdulillah, no problem, I follow ulama. But I understand it is difficult. Ulama's understanding is difficult. These ulama who struggled that deep, and developed from zero scholarship. I owe all these ulama everything. Mazhabs, I owe to them. I almost advise Muslims worship to mazhabs. Excuse me, too bad word. Don't riot against me. If you don't worship through mazhabs, do it yourself, separate. Can you do it? No, sir. These ulama, incremental, added, struggle. The best way, they paved the way, the better way. But still, a lot of difficulties at the day of judgment. Even when there are some hadiths. You know, there is a hadith, there are many hadiths. The Prophet said, you do this way, plant this way, then that did not, don't do that way. Next year it did not work. I referred to that. Then they said, you said like this, we did, and look, before you said how productive is it? Then he said, when it comes to worldly thing, أنتم أعلم بأمور دنياكم, you know better than me. Wow! What is this? Look how he said, different, okay? What that means, not everything I do, I say, not necessary for you to follow. How difficult it is. How can we separate? I touched to this subject before. First time, perhaps, in the history, in your life, you heard from me. First time in my life, 1957, 58, I read in an article, Al-Muslimun, Tariq Ramazan's father used to publish, Rahmatullahi alayh, in Switzerland. I never read one sentence about that in any book. If you read, if I am alive, you inform me. It is revolutionary word. It is big word. You did not hear. This wall will witness at the day of judgment. Some of the things is happening, like Majalla here, not happening in the world. Did not happen in the world, I am telling you. This is very humble, but big humble. So, I think I will stop